If I told you that starting to invest at 25 instead of 35 could mean the difference between retiring with $1 million dollars or $3 million, dollars, would you believe me? Most people wouldn't, because most people think investing is about how much money you put in. It's not. It's about how much time you give that money to grow. In this video, we're breaking down compound interest, the most powerful force in finance and the single biggest reason why time is your most valuable asset. By the end, you'll understand why every year you wait costs you exponentially, why small amounts invested early beat large amounts invested late, and why compounding isn't just math, it's the entire game. Let's start with a simple question. What's compound interest? Most people have heard the term. Fewer people actually understand it. Here's the simplest definition. Compound interest is when your money earns returns, and then those returns earn returns, and then those returns earn returns, and so on. It's growth on top of growth. Exponential, not linear. Let me show you what that actually looks like. If you invest $1,000 and earn 10% in year one, you make $100. Year two, you're not earning 10% on 1,000 anymore. You're earning 10% on 1,100. That's $110. Year three, you earn 10% on 1,210. Now you're making $121. The amount you earn keeps growing because the base keeps growing. After 10 years, that original $1,000 isn't worth $2,000. It's worth $2,594. After 20 years, $6,727. After 30 years, $17,449. After 40 years, $45,259. You didn't add a single extra dollar after that initial 1,000, but time multiplied it 45 times. That's compounding. Now let's talk about why starting early is everything. This is where most people get it wrong. They think, I'll just invest more later when I'm earning more. But that's not how the math works. Let me give you two scenarios. Person A starts investing at age 25. They invest $200 a month for 10 years, $24,000 total, and then they stop. They never add another dollar. Person B waits until 35 to start. They invest $200 a month for 30 years, $72,000 total, 3 times as much as person A. Who do you think has more money at age 65? Person A, by a lot. At a 7% average annual return, person A has around $548,000. Person B, around $244,000. Person A invested $24,000 and ended up with $548,000. Person B invested $72,000, 3 times more, and ended up with less than half. Why? Time. Those first 10 years of compounding did more work than 30 years of contributions could make up for. This is the single most important concept in investing, and most people learn it too late. Every year you wait isn't just 1 year lost, it's decades of compounding you'll never get back. Let's make this even more concrete. If you're 25 and you invest $300 a month until you're 65 at a 7% return, you'll have around $760,000. If you wait until you're 35 and do the exact same thing, same amount, same return, you'll have $352,000. Waiting 10 years cut your retirement fund in half. Not because you contributed less, you contributed the same, but you gave your money 10 fewer years to compound. Time is the variable that matters most. Not how much you make, not how smart your stock picks are. Time. Here's another way to think about it. Compounding works slowly at first, then all at once. In the early years, it feels like nothing is happening. You put in money, it grows a little. You put in more, it grows a little more. It's boring, unglamorous, but somewhere around year 15 or 20, something shifts. The growth starts accelerating. Your returns start earning more than your contributions. The snowball gets big enough that gravity does most of the work. By year 30, your portfolio is growing faster in 1 year than you contributed in the first 5 years combined. That's when people realize, oh, this is what compounding actually means. But by then, the people who started 10 years earlier are so far ahead that there's no catching up. You can't buy time, you can't trade for it, you can't hack it. The only way to get it is to start now, now. Let's talk about the other side of compounding, debt. Everything we just discussed works in reverse when you're paying interest instead of earning it. Credit card debt at 18% compounds against you. Student loans compound against you. Car loans compound against you. If you're carrying high interest debt while trying to invest, you're rowing upstream. Paying off an 18% credit card balance is mathematically the same as earning an 18% return on an investment. Risk free, you can't get that anywhere else. So before you start investing aggressively, handle high interest debt. Because compounding working against you is even more brutal than compounding working for you. Here's a real world example. Let's say you have $5,000 in credit card debt at 18% interest and you're only making minimum payments. After 10 years, you'll have paid over $12,000 in interest alone, more than double the original balance. Meanwhile, if you had taken that same $5,000 and invested it at 7%, it would have grown to nearly $10,000. The difference between compounding working for you versus against you, $22,000. That's not a small number. That's a down payment on a house. That's a year of living expenses. That's freedom. This is why financial advice always says eliminate high interest debt first, then invest. It's not moral judgment, it's math. Let's go back to investing. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking they need to time the market to make compounding work. They wait for the right time to start. They wait for a crash. They wait for clarity. They wait for confidence. But here's the thing. Timing the market beats timing the market. Always. Let me show you why. Let's say you invested $10,000 in the S&P 500 in 1980 and just left it there. By 2020, that $10,000 would be worth over $800,000. Now, let's say you tried to time it. You missed the 10 best days in the market over those 40 years. Just 10 days. Your $10,000 would be worth around $380,000. You cut your returns in more than half by missing 10 days out of 14,600 trading days. That's 0.07% of all trading days. And here's the kicker. Most of those best days happen right after the worst days. If you're out of the market trying to avoid the crash, you also miss the recovery. Timing the market doesn't work because no one, not professionals, not algorithms, not gurus, can consistently predict short-term moves. But compounding doesn't care about short-term moves. It cares about being present. Every year you're invested, compounding does its job. Every year you're on the sidelines, you lose ground, you'll never recover. The math is clear. Start early, stay consistent, let time do the work. That's it. That's the entire strategy. It's not sexy, it's not exciting, but it's the only thing that's been proven to work across every market condition, every decade, every economy. Here's what most people get wrong about wealth. They think wealth is about making a lot of money. It's not. Wealth is about giving money time to grow. A teacher who starts investing at 25 and contributes consistently will retire wealthier than a surgeon who starts at 40 and tries to catch up. Not because the teacher made more, because the teacher had more time. Compounding doesn't care about your job title, it cares about your timeline. So if you're young and you're thinking, I don't have enough to invest yet, you're wrong. You don't need a lot. You need time. $200 a month starting at 25 will do more for you than $2,000 a month starting at 45. The amount matters less than the timeline. And if you're older and thinking, I'm too late, you're also wrong. You're not too late. You just have less time, which means you need to be more intentional. You can't waste years. You can't sit in cash waiting for clarity. You have to start now and stay consistent. Compounding still works. It just works faster with more time. Let's recap. Compound interest is growth on growth, and it's exponential, not linear. Starting early is more important than how much you invest because time multiplies your returns. Waiting even 10 years can cut your final wealth in half. Compounding works slowly at first, then accelerates dramatically in the later years. High interest debt compounds against you just as powerfully as investments compound for you, so eliminate it first. Time in the market beats timing the market because missing even a few best days destroys your long-term returns. Wealth isn't about how much you earn, it's about how much time your money has to grow. And the only way to maximize compounding is to start now. Stay consistent and let time do the heavy lifting. Next video, we're diving into risk, what it actually means, how to measure it, and why avoiding risk entirely is the riskiest move you can make. But for now, internalize this. Time is the most valuable asset you have. Not money, not intelligence, not luck, time. And every day you wait is a day of compounding you'll never get back. See you in the next one.